So the lecture is about what today?
Joking.
About joking. But when I said to you, don't joke, it's not true. You can joke. It's not haram in joking, isn't it? What do you think? What do you think, guys?
You can joke, but don't.
Ah, you can joke, but. Let the title of this lecture be, you can joke, but. That's good. So he gave me the lecture, the title of the lecture. All right. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. I'm so fortunate to have you with me here. I'm hoping that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gather between us in a place better than this place. Is there any place better than London, UK?
Yeah.
Jannah al-Firdaus. But will we be admitted to it? That's why I feel sad. Each one of us. That's why each one of us is sad. He's happy but by the good things he does. But also he's sad. Will he be? Will he be not? But we still have the hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may admit us to paradise. But if someone says La ilaha illallah and he was muwahhid, you know the meaning of muwahhid? What's the meaning of muwahhid? Who said na'am? Who said na'am without knowing the meaning of muwahhid? How dare you say na'am without knowing the meaning of muwahhid? Give me the answer then. What is the meaning of muwahhid? Monotheist. What is the meaning of monotheist? Exactly. Monotheisting Allah by your actions. Applying the Tawheed of Allah by your actions. This is the very important thing that I want you to remember, brothers. Because, some people think that they are monotheists, while they're not. A person may be a part of his life atheist. Then suddenly says, you know what? I believe in God. So what are you going to say? Wow, mashallah, he became wahid. No. Not yet. He has many other things to do. Alright? Do you believe in Jesus? Okay, let's say yes. So you're not going to pay taxes to believe that there is Jesus. You're not going to pay taxes for that. Okay. Anything free, take. But not to be iPhone. Alright. Do you believe that Mary is the mother of Jesus? Yeah, okay. What about saying, oh Mary, help me? People do that, it's okay. She's a holy woman, she's a blessed woman, so why not? That's the case. We Muslims believe that asking someone other than Allah in the unseen, someone who's absent, asking him something that is specially a power of God Almighty, it is haram. It's shirk. Because you're giving the person a quality similar to God. For example, who can hear all at the same time? Who can know the languages? In fact, he is the creator of languages. Who can know their language, the various languages. Who can hear them and understand all their languages? Who's the one that knows wherever they are, from which place they're calling him? Okay? All or some? All. Now, let's apply that to human beings. Is there anyone among human beings that he can hear all at the same time? Understanding all of their languages at the same time? Knowing where they are at the same time? Is there anyone other than Allah? So if you say there is someone who knows, you're making him equal to Allah, because these are special attributes of Allah. Those are special attributes of Allah. No one should be sharing Him with. But they may say, they may say, بِإِذْنِ Allah may allow them. Have you heard someone saying this? Allah may allow them. And there's nothing difficult to Allah if He allow them. But where is the permission to allow them? Allah is saying, okay, where are those whom you call beside Allah? Let them answer you. Allah said, if you call them, they will not respond you. Now, and those whom you call upon other than Allah, they owe for themselves or for you nothing. They are dead but not alive. So if Allah wants to enable the dead, why did He say to us in the Quran, come on, they are dead, the like of you, call them and let's see if they'll respond. Does this indicate that Allah allow the dead to hear us? No. The Quran is so clear about that. Now this is another topic today. The topic is about joking. Joking. Look, mankind is sociable by nature. He doesn't like to stay alone like me. Well, do I like to stay alone? Yeah, as long as I work for da'wah, alhamdulillah, as you see me, I'm isolating myself up in the upper roof. We're working. And in fact, I'm not alone. I'm dealing with people even on the internet. But for a person to stay alone all of his life, it's not good. And the Prophet ﷺ said that the devil to the two is closer than the three, and to the one he is closer than the two. And there is no one that isolates himself deliberately, but the devil is his companion, his fellow, his mate. So Islam discourages the person from keeping himself alone. Why? Is there any benefit? What do you expect? What do you think? Do you have any suggestion? Now, this is not a lecture. It's, it's a kind of discussion between a father and his son. Or, if you like, an elder brother to his younger sons. Am I older than you? Prove it. Prove. How can you prove that I'm older than you? Look, my voice is very fresh. So how do you prove that I'm older? What? Is that all you have for me? All right. Okay. He got it. The white beard. Well, some young guys, for a certain shocking thing happens with them, it causes their hair to become white. Subhanallah. I don't know how this happens, but it happens. Did you hear about that? Excuse me. Okay. So man by nature is a man of sociability. But the believer has something more important than that. It's not only a matter of sociability. No! The believer is fruitful wherever he is. With his iman, with his good behavior, with the beneficial wisdom that he has with him, he's always beneficial, fruitful. So why should a mu'min, keeps himself away from others who may be benefited from him? That's why our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, the believer who mixes himself with people and being patient for their harms is better than the one who isolates himself from people who neither mix himself with them nor show patience for their harm. Is that understood to you? Is there anyone who did not understand? Please, I have the honor to repeat. Shall I repeat it to you? No problem. The believer that mixes himself with people, because the believer is fruitful. You have to know that the Prophet ﷺ said that there is a tree, the likeness of that tree is similar to the likeness of the Muslim, to the mu'min. What is that tree? I know if we have Somalis here, they're going to say the banana tree. See, you got it. No, it's not banana. Huh? What is it? The palm tree. The palm tree is beneficial from its A to its Z. You can use it for building. You can use it for cleaning even. For everything. For eating, even the seeds are beneficial. So if the Prophet said that the believer is just like the palm tree, that means the believer is always what? Beneficial. If you are a believer. So the Prophet said the believer who mix himself with people and show patience for the harm he may get from them is better than the believer who keeps himself away from people, who also neither mixes himself with them nor being patient for the harm he may get from them. So you may be harmed by people and you are a believer, but the benefit you give them is better than the harm they give you, which you will be also rewarded for being patient for. Got the point, my dears? Inshallah, barakallah feekum. Not yet done. How much time we still have? Half an hour? Half an hour. A bit more. Alhamdulillah. 2 hours? All right. Well, I'm always here. Okay. It's very good. No. Okay. So what do we mean by joke? Joke means mulatafa, showing kindness, softness, soft dealing. Mu'anasa, intimacy. Tatyib khatir, making people happy, entertaining them. Idkhal al-surur, penetrating happiness, cheer in their hearts. Penetrating what? Cheerfulness, or cheer is enough? Cheerfulness, that's the cheer. So what is the target, the goal of joking is to make people happy. But by Allah, how many people they joke to penetrate sadness and rage and anger into your heart. I myself suffered this problem when I was young. There are people who are very offensive. They have a very bad tongue. Stop looking at one another. Stop classifying one another. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to look at your friends and say, see what the teacher says. So you're one of them. Please. Okay? No, really, this is what I suffered when I was young. It was really horrible. To the extent I don't feel like going to school. Those people are very offensive. And today I was giving in my hadith at Dhuhr time. I was talking about the worst people in Allah's perspective at the Day of Judgment, the worst evil people. The Prophet said, the one who people avoid a cause of fearing his rudeness and his shouting. When a person like this is shouter, insulter, offensive, aggressive, arrogant, all of those are to be combined under the umbrella of this word, which is fahish, fahash, a shouter, yeller, insulter. This is al-fahash. What are those people with their Lord? They are the worst people at the Day of Judgment. Those whom people avoid them, fearing their shouting, yelling, insulting, etc. I myself, to be honest with you, I suffered this before. I didn't know how to deal with it. But I was that person who loves to joke. But there was no limit. See, the problem is when we joke, sometimes we try, if we wish that we have a brake, just like the brake of the car. Then we stop joking. But we find ourselves going more and getting involved more and more in joking to the extent that there's no limit, and then we start to speak badly, and then that used to happen with me when I was young. But you know what? I hated it. I hated it. But I didn't know how to stop it. And the worst thing was that when I joke with people, they respond and they joke with me. But next day, I have no respect. I have no honor. They may even beat me up, and I beat them up, joking. Then afterwards it becomes, It becomes fight and serious. So that doesn't match the maqasid, the goals of Sharia. The goals of Sharia are saying to you that the definition of joking is to deal kindly with people, make them happy, okay? Show them sociability. This is something good. But how can we maintain that kind of joking apart from the other thing? Is to have the knowledge that will help you to stop at the limit where you should not be exceeding. Is that clear, brothers? Was the Prophet making jokes? Can you give me an example to that? What?
When the lady came looking for her husband, and he said, "Did your husband have white eyes and the black dogs?"
So was that eye the same of your eye or different?
Same.
Sure. Okay. What if the background was black and the eyeball is white? No, it doesn't work. No. Okay. So this is the kind of joke. Yeah. But I didn't say it is. I was asking. Why did I say that? Because it is allowed to joke but never tell lie. And when people joke, they tell lies. And you know how many millions of jokes, lying jokes. The Muslim leaves them all. Because it is haram to lie, whether you're joking or you're speaking seriously. It's haram. But we have something called the lie of April. Have you heard of the lie? April what? False? Fool's Day. Is that allowed? No. But they would tell you this is a white joke. It's not a black one. Don't they say that? It's a white joke. Innocent. They call it innocent joke. No. In terms of lying, there is no technicolors. Lie is lie. But is lie always allowed, or sometimes it's allowed? Huh? If you're saving someone's life who may die. Okay. Well, the Prophet, Aisha, I think, radiallahu anha, she said, I haven't heard the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam exempting something from lie except three things. In the war. Deceiving your enemy. He's fighting you, you're fighting him. Is it allowed to? Yes. And sometimes, the case that you mentioned, for example, the enemy came to your house and they want to take your son and they want to kill him. Will you be saying, I can't lie, he's inside, take him if you want. Okay? In this case, But the exceptions of lying is in fight, in the war. What else? A man speaking to his wife. For example, he says to her, I love you too much. While his heart may say, I wish you die and I get rid of you. Or wait until I marry another one. Alright? Okay. But why this is allowed? for more intimacy and love and give good atmosphere in the house. But not an open ticket lying. No. Only in this things that help in constructing your good relationship with your wife. All right. But not to say to her, for example, I was in the job while you were somewhere else. No, it's not an open lie. No. Okay. حديث الرجل أهله وفي الحرب. The third one. Can you remind me the third one? I forgot it. والله. Exactly. Wow. جزاك الله خيرا. Reconciling between two brothers. You know those who fight in school? You know, I want to smash your head. You know? Yeah. Etc. You know who I am? I am Cassius Clay. I am seven. All right? That happens. People try to show that there's something big shot. Well, they're not big shot. It's a small shot. He's a shot, but not a big one. All right? So, to say to one of them, I know that this man loves you. And he was speaking good when I mentioned you to him. You change. You'll realize an instant change in him. And so, all right, so let's reconcile. The Prophet ﷺ said that reconciling between two is better than praying and fasting. Wait a minute, you should not take it. It should not include the obligatory prayer, the obligatory fasting. If you're going to make some extra fasting, if you do that, it's better than it. If you reconcile between two brothers, two fighting brothers. Right? So, Islah bain an-nas. Why the Prophet encouraged you to lie in terms of reconciling? Because the division between the Muslims is just like the razor. You know the blade, the razor blade? The Prophet said, this blade, it does not shave the hair, but it shaves the religion. It does not shave, because this conflict, it does not, the Prophet described the conflict as al-haliqah, the shaver. I want you to remember that. He described the conflict and the fight between the brothers, the Muslims, is that it is the shaver. The Prophet said, I don't say that it shaves the hair, but it shaves your deen, your religion, your faith. And I wonder that when I see some of you, they know that there's a conflict between this man, the other one, and it goes 1 month, 2 months, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, and no one take the initiative to bring them and to reconcile between them. As if the ajr, they don't really think about the reward, the big ajr from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what is the goal of joking? Penetrating happiness into the hearts of people. Why? Sometimes people, they feel bored. Just like my lecture today. Makes you feel bored, sleepy. So from time to time, if I make a joke that make you laughing, that makes you happy, and it's refreshment in itself. It's equal refreshment, if not better than the Pepsi and the 7-Up and the biscuits. طيب? Now. But there are kinds of jokings that if a person got used to them, if he was accustomed to these jokes, he cannot stop it. Khalas, it became just like those who smoke and they say, we can't stop smoking. It becomes the drug itself. And this is encouraged by the devil, because if joking became a character in you, then it will keep going to the extent that you may mock a good Muslim brothers. For example, when I was young, and then I decided to go to the mosque and pray, And those young people in my area, they used to say, "Oh, how are you, Sheikh? MashaAllah, Sheikh, Sheikh, Sheikh." And they start to mock me in this way when they see me going into the masjid or getting out of the masjid. This is mocking. The mocking that we suffer, brothers, is belittling people's honor and value. And that's what happens. If you got used to it and it became a character in you, it may be reaching with you to the extent of mocking Allah's religion, mocking Allah's ayat, mocking the Prophet's hadith, mocking some companions of the Prophet. It may reach to this. So you have to be careful. Now you know that joking is allowed, but you have also to maintain the limits that Islam had set for you. At the lifetime of the Prophet ﷺ, one person, he hit another on his back like this. That happens many times. Even between you, tak, and then you run away. Okay? That happens. So one of the companions did it. That companion was Ansari, and the other one was Muhajiri. You know the difference between both, right? Okay. So, they started to yell and dispute. Then the Muhajiri had to hit him, just like the way he did to him. Then they started to shout. Then they started to fight. Then the Ansari started to shout, Ya al-Ansar! Oh Ansar tribe, come and help me. So when the Muhajirin heard this, they started to shout, Ya al-Muhajirin! Each of which started to call his own tribe. And the Prophet was seen coming fastly and he said, Abi da'wa al-jahiliyyati wa ana bayna adhhurikum. You're seeking, you're returning to matters of Jahiliyyah while I'm with you? I haven't gone yet, I haven't died yet, and you're returning this aspect of Jahiliyyah? So the Prophet stopped it, otherwise it was going to be escalating and getting bigger and bigger. Another time, one of the companions saw his friend's shoes outside the mosque. So he took it and hid it. And that other companion was looking for his slippers. He couldn't find it.
فضيلة الشيخ
سلام.
بعد إذنك ممكن آخذ صورة؟
ايه تفضل.
ما شاء الله.
حياكم الله. اصلا هو كل شيء يصور بالفيديو الان. So he took the shoes of one of his friends and he hid it. And that his companion was really looking for the shoes. He couldn't find it. Then the Prophet was told about that, and the Prophet then prohibited, I'm coming to it. He prohibited scaring the Muslim, his brother Muslim. What? The Prophet considered this to be scaring. Only taking the shoes of your Muslim brother and hiding it. This is a joke, but it has something else with it. It has scaring your brother. Making him having concerns. Where's my shoes? What? So as I said to you, the companions were the best generations ever. Right? They're human beings, just like us. They used to be sitting down, eating, joking. Among the companions, there used to be those hypocrites. They used to see a person coming and giving his donation, zakah. Then they say, does Allah need the donation of that person? Then another one comes. Who is it? Then another one comes. Okay, we restarted it. Then another one comes, not you. And he gives his donation. Then they say, showing off. Hypocrites. They're rude. The first one, he was showing off. The other one, does Allah need the charity of that guy? Subhanallah. Tackling. And there are people are just like that, negative. They are really negative. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the other thing they did is, when they see the companions, there were many companions who used to be hafiz. You know the meaning of hafiz? All of you? So, when those hafiz, they sit down and eat, and those hypocrites, they look at them and say, we haven't seen any more than those people. Coward chicken when meeting the enemy. And they have at the same time wide intestines to eat. And Allah revealed a verse concerning this. He said, وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُمْ لَيَقُولُنَّ إِنَّمَا كُنَّا نَخُوضُ وَنَلْعَبُ قُلْ أَبِاللَّهِ وَآيَاتِهِ وَرَسُولِهِ كُنْتُمْ تَسْتَهْزِئُونَ لَا تَعْتَذِرُوا قَدْ كَفَرْتُمْ بَعْدَ إِيمَانِكُمْ. Do you know the meaning of that, or shall I? Okay, let me read the translation for you. If you ever ask them, they will be saying to you, we've been only jesting and joking. Just like, the word having fun today. How many things we put under this title, having fun? If you ask them, they'll surely say, we were only conversing and playing. Say, it is Allah, His verses, and His messenger that you were mocking. لا تعتذروا. Do not seek any excuses. قد كفرتم بعد إيمانكم. You have denied faith after becoming believers. But they were not. They were mocking only the Sahaba. Yeah, the Sahaba are included. So they were saying, "Oh, we were only joking. We didn't mean it." How many times you say this? I didn't mean it. Your good intention should be going side by side with what comes out of your tongue. If you have a good heart, some people say, Wallahi, I have a very good heart. Who told you? Did you taste your heart? Really, some people say, Wallahi, I have a good heart. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَلَا تُزَكُّوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. Do not claim the purity of your souls. هُوَ أَعْلَمُ بِمَنِ اتَّقَى. He knows better than you about who is the real God-fearing one. So, those people, it occurs to me that their characters were joking to the extent that they started to joke the good people. And be careful, brothers. There are many among us who mock others. You know what it means, mocking them? Yani belittling their value. That's why Allah said, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu, la yaskhar qawmun min qawm. No people should be mocking other people. عَسَىٰ أَنْ يَكُونُوا خَيْرًا مِنْهُمْ. That those who have been mocked, they may be better than them. So when you mock people, you are belittling their value, as if they are to you nothing. So you have to be careful. No. And when we were young, we used to make jokes, even astaghfirullah, about Allah, about His Messenger. Really? We didn't. That's why the Prophet ﷺ said, إِنَّ الرَّجُلَ لَيَتَكَلَّمُ بِالْكَلِمَةِ مَا يُلْقِي لَهَا بَالًا. In another narration, لا يظن أنه يبلغ بها ما بلغ تهوي به في النار 70 خريفا. The person may utter a word thinking not the horribleness of that word, thinking that it is okay. It will cause him to fall down. The period of falling down, it will take 70 years just to be thrown down into hell. 70 years. You may say a word, it's okay. What? It's only a word. Yeah, but it may be. I mean, if it comes from the mouth, it doesn't mean it's light. Something may come out of your mouth and it may be very heavy. Look at the Christians. Trinity. How soft and small is the word? Enough, ready to cause him be in hell eternally. Just the word, I believe in Trinity. What is Trinity? Father, Son, Holy? Yeah. And that's how they say it. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Amen. Did you hear that before? So, Father and Son. It's only, God has a Father. What a soft, small word. Enough for you to be scorched and barbecued in hell forever. Barbecued. So be careful. Also the Prophet said, I hope it was the Prophet, that the person may speak the word to let people laugh, but it may cause him also to fall in hell. So you should be very careful. Alright. Also when you joke, you should also put in consideration the value of the person you're joking with. If he's just like your father, you have to be careful. And remember what I said to you. Al-ifrat yudhibu al-baha. Indulging yourself heavily in heavy jokings will demolish or remove. It will remove your respect and value from people's perspective. Be careful. That's why some people, they decided to move to another school after his reputation was really damaged, put down to the ground. Then he goes to another school and he says, I'm going to start being a new person in that other school. Because they're khalas. They don't give me any respect anymore. Who's responsible for that? It was you. Also, it was narrated by the Prophet ﷺ that he said, do not laugh. Laughing. You know, the Prophet was described that if he laughed too much, he'll be laughing to the extent that those 2 teeth will be shown. Only. Unlike what people, you see them, those people, especially those school people passing by, and they keep shouting and lying and raising their voices in a way that is really horrible. One of the characteristics of the Prophet ﷺ described in the Bible, in the Torah, that he does not shout in the marketplaces. These were the signs of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. He never shout in the marketplaces. Unlike, you may see people, when they are alone, mashallah, you admire their charisma, mashallah. But at night, or when they are going with some other companies, they're accompanying someone, they're different persons. And the worst people in Allah's perspective is the one, among the worst people, is the one who deals with those people with a face, but when he goes to other people, he deals with them in a different face. So was the Prophet joking? Yes, one of the evidences what the brother mentioned. What else? Do we have another? Abu Bakr used to be knocking on the door, and the Prophet says, "Who is it?" He says, "I am Abu Bakr. Adkhul, shall I enter?" Then the Prophet says, "Yes, you may enter." Then Abu Bakr says, "Adkhulu kulli am adkhulu ba'di?" Shall I enter all of me or part of me? Then the Prophet says, "No, but let all of you enter." It's joking. That's okay. A woman came to the Prophet ﷺ and said to him, "Ask Allah to let me go to Jannah." You know it? Then the Prophet said, the woman was old. Not all women enter Jannah. Woman went crying. Then the Prophet called her to come. And he told her that when they die and when they enter Jannah, khalas, they will remain young. They remain young. So this is what may happen. For example, the Prophet was in a war, and there was a Bedouin guide. Those who live always in the desert. So the Prophet took him and asked him about the army of Quraysh. How many they are, what do they have, how many, etc. Then the man told the Prophet everything. Then the man said, "Wait a minute, where are you from?" So the Prophet said, "I'm from water." Then the man started to say, he goes like, "Water? Is there a tribe called Water? I know all tribes in the peninsula, but none of them is called Water." The Prophet didn't want him to know that he came from Mecca, from Medina. So when the man asked him, where are you from? The Prophet said, "From water." And we all created from water. So the man kept going until he walked distantly, and he kept looking at the Prophet saying, "Water? What water? What water?" So this is what I wanted to say. Please be careful when you joke. Keep remembering that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is keeps watching you, and you have to maintain the adab of Islam when you joke. Joking is something very good if you can control yourself with it. Okay, don't go beyond the limits, don't laugh too much, and don't make lies. Otherwise, other than that, joking is accepted, inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairan, and that's enough. Is there any question you'd like to ask? No questions? I don't believe it.
Tell us a joke.
I don't believe it. Okay. Tell us a joke. Tell us a lie or a joke? I don't have now. But if you want me to tell you something other than that, there's a bad woman who lost her child. Okay? Bad woman. You know the meaning of bad woman. She's like maybe prostitute or something. So she lost her baby. She went to the police and said to them, "Can you find my baby?" They said, "Don't worry, your baby is ibn halal. He's the son of halal." She said, "Woe unto me, that means I'm not going to find my baby." Because he's ibn haram. He's not ibn halal. So I hope this is enough, huh? طيب جزاكم الله خير وصلى الله على محمد. Thank you very much.